All right.
We live? Oh, we're live. Awesome.
All right. Good. Good. It's good to know it's working. Hello,
There was just a little askew on the actual thing, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. All right. Proper introduction this time. Hello, everybody. I am Spyro the Genesect, a voice actor for the Ruby Rip crew. I'm joined here with Zask, our streamer, and Llama, another
Hey.
voice actor.
Yeah, albeit we haven't really been voice acting in a while, but we're gonna eventually get back into the groove of things. But I think for now, due to everything that's happened, I think we're just gonna go a bit of change of pace, and we're gonna talk about the new trailer for Avengers.
Yeah,
There's a lot to talk about, so buckle up, kiddos.
very much
Oh
a
boy.
lot to talk about.
Fortunately, we can't really. If we were to just keep going, we'd be here for like a week at most.
Yeah. So
So
we're not really gonna skim through it. We're just gonna talk about the parts that stood out to us.
Yeah, because everyone. For those who have seen the trailer, you know what you might remember what we're talking about. But if you haven't seen the trailer, you might want to go see it now. Just look on YouTube; it's there. Can't miss it. But if not, either it's not gonna be. I can't really say if we could put a spoiler warning anywhere because it hasn't shown any. It's shown.
Yeah, the movie's not out yet, so.
Oh God, no! But we can't really say. I was gonna say maybe a spoiler warning, but technically, if you don't want to get the trailer spoiled for you, then
yeah,
might not be the video for you. But this is for
just
us.
don't watch this video.
But
do
watch our other videos though.
Yeah, watch our other videos.
Don't just turn up the channel, Spyro. God damn it.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. Oh.
Shut up.
We are mature adults.
Yeah.
Alright, so okay. Anyway, with that all the pleasantries out of the way, where should we start?
I guess we should start at the very beginning of the trailer with all the flashbacks.
Yeah, that was artistic genius in my opinion. Because it's like everything but red was just grayed out. It was weird. But it was like kind of like somber of sorts, you know?
Yeah.
It was weird, but really, really interesting.
Yeah, I heard from another person who discussed it that the red was like a symbolism for all the blood that was lost during the events of Infinity War.
There's not really much blood. There's just more dust everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, out of curiosity, that is a very quick question. If everyone's dead, what the fuck did they do with all the dust? They just put them in, or just pick up and put them in urns? So there's just now it's just dust in the wind, quite literally.
Maybe they have like a cemetery for those that were lost.
Who knows? But I saw a thing where it was literally just this a shit post on Tumblr where it was it was so dumb. I don't fucking know what it was. It was basically just do you think just imagine this. Just picture this. It's gonna be very mature for this, but imagine this.
Right.
I like drug dealer-esque stuff. Just drug dealer dies, gets into cocaine. Picture the rest.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's he's part of the product. I liked it about just that's not how you're supposed to picture this. You're supposed to picture loss, not memes. But the fact that if you just I cannot talk today. I can't. It's crazy, you know, because this is people try to put words here. Okay, got it. So there's been loss in basically all of the Marvel MCU movies, right?
Yeah.
Someone's died, but so it's like this is like, oh, someone died. It's another Tuesday, okay. But then Infinity War happened, and a lot of fucking people died. People that they knew, people they didn't know. That takes a lot on a person. Like,
Yeah.
especially good old Iron Man who we lost poor Spidey boy in his arms. Rip Spider-Man, by the way.
Yeah.
God, fucking! I remember watching that shit in the theater. It was like there I could hear the sniffs, and and this one guy literally screamed from the back, "God damn it! They killed my boy!"
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, this is supposed to be a super serious scene. But the problem was, with big movies, sometimes people be like, you know what? Fuck the rules. I'm gonna just put it on YouTube. So literally, anytime a new movie comes out for the first week or so, first couple weeks, just stay off of YouTube.
Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook.
Yeah, well, you can go on to YouTube, but just be very, very careful where you look. Don't look up anything to do with the movie, because you'll look at one of two things. Three things: the trailer itself, some asshole putting clips from the actual movie, or one of those maybe the ending explained kind of things. You see on YouTube everywhere. So yeah, so it's like you gotta be careful with that. So yeah, but going back, anyway, we're deviating this hard right now.
Yeah.
So after that whole thing with them just dealing with the fact that, you know, they just lost a shit ton of people, including your boy Nick Fury. So yeah, there goes the Avengers Initiative, which yikes. But like after all of that, though, it's like after all the whole thing with dealing with the loss, it kind of I remember it cuts to you see happiness in the form of Archer boy. What was his name?
Hawkeye.
Thank you. I nearly called him Nighthawk. What the fuck? I can't do words today. This is what college life does to you, man. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, and it's like you see a Hawkeye just, I think, looks like teaching his daughter about everything.
Yeah, like how to shoot the bow, and they're doing the target practice.
And then of course, and then it cuts to a very, very sad Scarlett Johansson with Hawkeye right there. And we're just, again, given no of course, in trailers, given absolutely no goddamn context. And then directly after that, we kind of get into the part where you see a lot of the people vanishing. So it's like, you know exactly who we lost mainly out of the Avengers, really.
And then Thor's voiceover saying, "I had to watch all those people die."
But the one thing though that fucked me up a little bit was when you see the poll of missing people and Scott Lang looking at it. Then that gets you thinking: did his daughter survive?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's gonna fuck up any parent. So, and it's just like, yeah, this is gonna, and then you got like the stereotypical backdrop of a city with a jet, see in every movie. But the one thing that got me that got me interested was the part after, the comforting moment with Black Widow and Hawkeye. I'm gonna call him Nighthawk again. What the fuck? After Hawkeye, it's just him running through a red corridor, a red light corridor with an explosion behind him, and I'm like, the fuck did he do to get that happening? Like, this is what I love about trailers, how they be ambiguous sometimes with these things. Like, it's just like, you don't know what the hell is happening, but you kind of want to know at the same time, but you have to wait. So it's like, it gets intense. You just intensely waiting.
Yeah, I know what
But
you mean.
then you see a bit of. Then I remember you see more action shots, and I think you see one of the Shield agents shooting a. Oh, that's not an agent. That's Scarlett Johansson again, and doing target practice. But the one thing that got me interested was the part where you see Steve Rogers tightening his shield. Now, I don't know about you, but the fact that he's in what looks like his old-ish uniform with the helmet and everything, and he's got like dirt and grit and dust, probably unrelated to the whole snap thing, hopefully. But what interested me is that looks like the scene of a final battle. Like,
yeah, it honestly does.
Although I don't know if it is the final battle. It's just whenever movies do that, though, like they just tease the final battle without saying it's the final battle. So when you go in there, like, hey, wait a minute, they did the thing, okay, yeah. But then we get obviously, the bit of Ant-Man action doing something in a cave.
Yeah, jumping off of a pencil.
Yeah, but the big thing though that caught my attention was immediately after that with the new suits. Now,
yeah,
I remember when I was actually no, I was younger because this was recent. Fucking what the fuck am I saying? Like remember the Ultimate Adventures TV show?
Yeah, you mean the movies?
Maybe? I don't know. Give me a second.
Yeah, because you should get the movies because there was 1 and 2.
I don't remember. I think it was a TV show or one of the things where you saw them with the new suits, which looked oddly similar to the suits that were worn in the trailer, which kind of got me thinking on that one. Because, kind of got me thinking on that, It was like, what is, it's like, does that mean that these guys go into space? Maybe?
I heard a lot of different, theories about them.
Oh, what do you think? What do you got?
I heard one, obviously you said, where they're going to space. I put in, maybe those suits maybe they're gonna do something, a different method of transportation to get to Thanos, and they need those suits to survive. And another one that I heard is that they're going into the quantum realm to get a time vortex and go back before the snap happened.
Here's the thing with the whole concept of time travel. Like, the one thing I feel like time travel did right was, for example, Back to the Future, and technically speaking, that one really weird Harry Potter movie. I can't remember which one, but where the fact that there were events that happened that were witnessed in later, for example, some shit that happened in Back to the Future 2 would happen again in Back to the Future 3, but from a different perspective. But it's like we don't know where that's going to be brought to. Maybe it could be the problem. Here's the thing, though. It might mess with the Infinity War movie itself, because time travel is finicky, basically. So,
yeah.
As much as I would like the idea of it, I don't know what that's gonna be. If anything, it could be, taking the quantum realm. It'd be like fucking. This is gonna be way off course here, but for example, this is again really stupid, but in Minecraft, going into the netherworld, going out, it's like the distance that you think is the same in the normal world is completely different. So I think less of a time travel and more of quantum teleportation, light speed, hyperdrive of sorts. Because have you guys seen the new Captain Marvel movie?
Yeah, I have seen it.
It's like, you know that engine that they were working on in the movie?
Yeah,
The light
well,
engine.
spoilers if you haven't seen Captain Marvel,
Yeah,
go
no,
see it.
we're not gonna go in. Yeah, but
Yeah,
like we're not gonna go into too much detail because this is about Endgame. But like there was a okay. I'll make it simple. There was a thing that was mentioned in the movie that was similar to a hyperdrive. I'm wondering, do you think maybe that's that same technology is what's also used for the quantum realm? You know.
it's
So
not a bad idea.
yeah, I mean, but one thing though, and this is a really stupid one that I saw on every single poll. That what do you think happens to the Avengers in the new Avengers? Ant-Man crawls up Thanos' butt and expands, blowing up. That is a literal poll at result I see everywhere, and I'm like, as much as that would be comedic, that'd be anticlimactic as fuck. They wouldn't
Yeah,
do that. They would not do that. Although it would imagine if they made a nod to it though, and make that be one of Scott's ideas, and they'd be like, nah. I can imagine that. But all right, let's see what else is. Let's see, keep on with the trailer. But the one thing though is that now that we've got Captain Marvel on the team, shit's gonna get hit. Someone's shit's gonna get fucked. Basically, someone's gonna
yeah.
die. Don't. But it's gonna be interesting. I'll give it that because unfortunately we've written this, and the problem is there's really not much we have going after that because I think that was the only other trailer we've got. There is one thing though, harkening back to the other trailers, is how the fuck did Iron Man get out of that spaceship? You know,
Oh yeah,
like
because at the end of the trailer, he is shown with the rest of them with Nebula.
yeah, and you're just like, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of a spoiler in itself because you think that he's just trapped, but it's like no, but the fact that he's there, it's kind of implying that okay, he's gonna live no matter what. So all that tension shit is just for naught. But
Mm-hmm.
but what's interesting though, of course they didn't reveal how, which is genius. Because I mean, it gets people thinking does Thor save the day? Does I was gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're all dust.
Yeah, except for Rocket Raccoon.
Actually, that does bring up an idea though about the concept of Groot. So here's the thing that I wonder. Remember in the first Guardians movie way back when fucking Groot exploded?
Yeah.
And he came back from a twig? Now,
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, if I remember correctly, slight spoiler if you haven't seen Infinity War yet. If you haven't, shame. But you should go see it at some point. DVD, Blu-ray, pirating. Probably not the latter, but Blu-ray. Go for that. Anyway, the new hammer that Thor has is made out its handle is made out of Groot's arm. Now, I'm pretty sure that means that he can grow it back from his own arm. Kind of like a reptile thing kind of does, albeit with not as extreme as Groot. But I think that I feel like Groot can definitely come back at least without undoing the damage. Groot just can come back no matter what. I just hope that whoever is in charge of the writing remembers that little tidbit. Hopefully they do. But
yeah, maybe.
So I think that is basically all of everything from the trailer, including the whole thing from Miss Captain Marvel. Now, for the movie, let's think of ideas and put them into one of three categories. Ideas that could definitely happen, ideas that could be up in the air as to whether or not it could or could not happen, or ideas that are just flat out crazy to happen. Alright. How do you think of that?
Yeah,
All right, so let's see. How do you think? So one thing I remember looking at, and it was I saw a thing about a magazine cover for not Infinity War, for Endgame, and Thanos looks a bit more armored up. Like his armor got an upgrade. So
Yeah, he does look more
yeah.
serious.
So I mean, my question is, why though? He's won. He got what he wanted. Why? And yet, I don't know. But my theory that this is a definite positive is this is technically the ending that no matter what, this is going to be the ending that Strange foresaw. Because it was like they won, which one is one that they won, and it was only one of them. I feel like this could be that one.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
I mean, it would be a total buzzkill if it wasn't. Like, it was kind of like how everyone expected the fucking Infinity War to be like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna live, and then half the people die, and we're like, well, fuck, that's a sour note to end on. Which kind of sucked, but kind of changed the pace, you know. But let's see, what else is there?
I did hear the possibility that this is the last time that we are going to see Captain America. He is going to die in this movie.
Fuck. That would explain how fucking torn up his shit looked. And the fact that how grit and like he was, dude looked beaten and broken, man. But his spirit was still he was still had the fighting spirit in him.
Yeah, like he said,
fighting spirit for Brooklyn or Queens or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, like he said, I can do this all day.
I feel like that's a joke I can be made out of that. I don't know.
But I heard one thing is that like this may or may not be confirmed, but there's a whole thing where like I don't know. I heard one thing where Thor's hammer Mjolnir is going to be restored, and while him and Cap are fighting Thanos, he is going to be deemed worthy enough to wield Thor's hammer and start beating the shit out of Thanos with it.
Wait. Are we talking about Captain America or Thor?
Captain America.
Huh, alright.
Yeah, it was like some weird thing.
I mean, for fuck's sake, there's been. I mean, if the fact that in the comics, multiple people have worn the Infinity Gauntlet, multiple people have been deemed worthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, and multiple people have been deemed worthy of Mjolnir. So it's like, and I mean, for God's sake, they even teased that in Civil War. No, not Civil War.
Age of Ultron,
where he moved the hammer a bit. Now, it may not be just like, oh, it might be a super strength and all that shit. I mean, like, well, that may be true because that may be actually a heavy prop. You gotta remember in the lore of the MCU, Mjolnir is no hammer. It's a dwarf star. It's made from like a dwarf, but by the dwarves, made out of a dwarf star. Is that right?
It's the one continuity was made out of the meteor that killed the dinosaurs.
What?
There was one continuity of the comics, like it was made from the meteor that killed the dinosaurs.
But I'm pretty sure in the MCU it was made by a dwarf star.
Yeah, it was made by the dwarves in the MCU.
Yeah, but like who were AKA giant baby Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
It's so funny. Even in the fucking new movie, they still make him small.
Yeah,
it's like you are a tall man, child, aren't you? Fucking love it. But yeah, so it's like it's a mystical hammer. It ain't your average tool shed hammer. She can make it fly, and not in the drugs way. But yeah, like I could. So yeah, I can. It's like whoever deems it worthy will have the power of Thor, which technically does not include the lightning, because the lightning, if you call back to Ragnarok, it was always inside of Thor. It was just using it as like a lightning rod of sorts to point at people to shoot.
Yeah.
You know? But now that he actually has honed his powers, dude's a fucking nightmare to fight against. is he can easily control his lightning now, and not have to rely on some hammer. He just uses it as a power up boost to his already immense power. It's like putting a nuke on top of another nuke. Shit gonna get crazy. But yeah, so let's see what kind of my crazy thought process was, since Deadpool is technically part of Marvel, the crazy idea that I doubt will work, or it's going to be happening, is Deadpool is going to show up.
That actually is part of a theory that after Avengers Endgame happens, that they're probably going to use this to introduce the X-Men and the Fantastic Four into the MCU, because Disney now has Fox.
Yeah, and now the question is, which Fantastic Four are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the new rebooted one or the old one, or are we just gonna get, or they could just be like, you know what, screw it, we're making new ones. This time doing it right.
Yeah, we're probably getting the latter, new actors.
Yeah, because here's the problem that I don't think many people realize while bringing the original Fantastic Four into the MCU. You gotta remember, who is Human Torch again? Chris Evans, he's Captain America.
Well, so not anymore. Possibly. We don't know if he'll die.
I'm saying, you know what I mean? He's the actor who plays the Captain America, so it's like, it's kind of
kind of weird.
It'll be very, very awkward having him playing two roles at once.
Yeah, it is going to be very awkward.
But yeah, what's kind of interesting though is that, and this is something I still find completely hilarious, but both versions of the Human Torch, the original Chris Evans and the rebooted one, they both ended up being in Marvel in one way or another, with Chris Evans being Captain America, and the other one being the bad guy from Black Panther. What's his name? The guy who
Ulysses Claw.
Other guy.
Killmonger.
Thank you. He was in that reboot, that very poorly made rebooted Fantastic Four. He was Human Torch in that one.
Huh.
I know, right? So it's like, hey, we feel bad for how you originally won. How about we give you a bigger role? And it's just like, and they're just like, okay. Oh,
yeah.
God, but yeah, like, oh man, I just really hope they don't tug on our heartstrings again. But one thing though that people say that this is still a possible. This is like a theory that I've seen popped up time and time and time again, and there's a reason why I'm saying time so many goddamn times, because of the Time Stone. It had runes on it, like, strange runes.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like when he did the time thing against Dormammu and Strange. Like, I'm just not gonna bother throwing up a spoiler at this point because of how old these freaking movies are. Maybe like 2 or 3 years old. It should have been most of the people have seen them by now. But like, what's interesting though with that is like, it means, the way I see it, we saw time runes when you put in the time gem. That means that it was sabotaged. So, like, because that might explain why when he used the gauntlet was nearly destroyed, and his arm was fucked up beyond repair, basically.
Yeah, I actually did hear from the directors that Thanos actually did get hurt really badly
because of that snap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have laughed though if, like, it's like an end that he didn't see coming, that he was one of the people that also got caught in the snap. He was the half that got erased.
Yeah, I heard like some theory that Thanos may have like snapped may have also been taken away in the snap, and this is just like his delusional fantasy.
Oh god, that is, and I'm like, that means Spider's alive.
Which also brings up another thing that some people were saying that like Spider-Man Far From Home is going to be taking place in an alternate universe.
Or here's what I think. It could also be, actually, this might not make any sense to everything, but I feel like this is either going to be taking place directly after Infinity War,
Endgame?
Dead. Thank you.
Yeah, it is taking place after Endgame, like right after it.
Yeah, because another theory I thought was it's supposed to take place right after the first movie, which would kind of make sense, if not for the fact that if that is the case, then where because I remember in the new movie he apparently gets new digs, like a noir-esque spider suit and a new black and red spider suit.
Yeah, it's basically the Stark suit, just where everything blue is black.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a brighter red.
Not like the okay. One thing we have to do a discussion for though later on, Spider-Verse. Got a lot of shit to talk about that.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't.
You gotta, because John Mulaney as Spider-Ham is fantastic. The fact that they couldn't even use half of the they couldn't use half of his footage because he kept swearing.
Oh.
As Spider-Ham. And I'm like, John, it's a PG movie. Well, shit. It's that reaction. And I'm just like, John Mulaney is goddamn amazing in his role. And the fact that, not to mention that this was Nick Cage's best supporting role.
Well, I mean, like the thing with like PG-13 movies is that like the Marvel movies, the MCU movies, they are PG-13, but some of the characters do get away with like saying like shit, dude, yeah, Deadpool. Shit, Deadpool. Yeah. Well, Deadpool's rated R, so he's allowed to get away with that. And plus,
I remember going in to watch that movie and seeing with my dad of all people, and we got to the strip club scene in the movie. Me and my dad looked at each other like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We should have expected this, that we didn't. And it got really awkward for a second there.
Yeah.
Oh god. But okay, we are way too.
Another thing I like to talk about.
Oh yeah, what up?
What is Stan Lee's cameo gonna be? Because we also got to remember this is the last time.
Because I remember though his previous one in Captain Marvel was because remember Captain Marvel takes place in the past, and it was
1995.
Yes, and Captain Stanley's first cameo. It was in
on the bus.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about subway. in the
beginning.
No. It was the reference that he made. The reference. The fact that it was that the reference he was reading.
Yeah.
Was a script to the 1995 comedy Mallrats, where he was a cameo in it. Where he was rehearsing one of his lines. Trust me, true believer. He was rehearsing that line on the bus. So it was a double cameo in a sense. Because not only was it a cameo because it was Stan Lee, but it was a reference to a movie that he had also done in, which is great.
Oh yeah.
And I just look at it and I'm like, hey, that's clever. But yeah, no, you know what? Imagine if like they find a way to reverse the snap and everyone just legit comes back onto like, say they're at the Statue of Liberty or something, or like a big open field, and they somehow reverse the snap and everyone who died, like some of the main people who died appeared, there. Like, actually, just think this is not gonna make any much sense, but just think of it like this: like the main characters, like some of the main Avengers and supporting characters of the Avengers reappear on a field. And then at the very end, after everyone's reappeared, Stan Lee then reappears and does his cameo.
Huh.
Or
Yeah, because we didn't see him disappear.
for all we know, he could be part. He unfortunately could have been part of the snap. But or even better, just have him be just like stuck in the Soul Stone. It was like, well, guess I'm gonna be here a while. It's a sort of a comedic last hurrah for him.
Yeah.
I gotta do something comedic or something heartfelt, something like that, just to really give him one last hurrah for the man, the myth, the goddamn legend himself. Which
Stan the man.
Yeah, there's literally no one can be as like. I'm pretty sure there has no one else has made that much cameos in a movie.
Even like outside of movies.
Yeah, like I think he's made
he's made cameos in the TV shows, the video games.
Hell, even the Spider-Man video game he's made a cameo in.
Yeah,
which is great, but like it's like it kind of shows though that like there's been no one to compare it to with that stuff, and it's great, Just how dedicated that man is to his work. All right, let's see. All right. Anyway, let's see what other possibilities do you think that could be. Actually, wait. Something that I have been thinking about for Endgame is the Hulk finally gonna rear his ugly head and do something.
Yeah, I believe he will.
Because I'm pretty sure that Banner is still kicking. Considering, I think I remember him showing up in the after credits scene.
Yeah, Banner was there.
Oh, okay. Where Captain Marvel just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no explanation, no hole in the wall, no door opening or shutting, just Marvel's there. Hi. And we're all just supposed to be like, oh, okay, that's normal. But she can fly, but she can't damn well teleport. At least not that we are aware of. But yeah, like I hope that I'm actually hoping that the Hulk actually gets this moment of redemption, like just a real chance to wail it on Thanos.
Yeah, like
okay.
I really hope so.
Like I'm gonna say this though, if they bring everyone back, there's gonna be some emotional reunions between obviously Spider-Man and Iron Man, considering he was like I feel like that Spider-Man was technically Iron Man's protege of sorts. Like he treated him like a son. God damn it. So it's like, and the fact his reaction when he poofed is kind of shows it.
And this also brings back to what he said in Spider-Man: Homecoming. If you die, I feel like that's on me.
Well, it kind of was. But also kind of wasn't, because if, fucking Star-Lord hadn't fucked shit up, maybe everything could have been different.
Yeah.
But whatever. But let's see. What other things?
Well, since it hasn't been said yet in the past three Avengers movies, do you think as a final battle cry, Captain America is going to yell "Avengers Assemble"?
If he does say it, I'm gonna say it's about damn time. You took 3 movies to say. No, wait, no, because 4 technically. No, 3. No.
3.
No, I mean 4. I guess if we include the opening of Civil War. But yeah, let's just be safe and keep it at 3 then. Because Avengers, there's Avengers, there's Ultron,
Avengers,
and then Infinity War. Now,
Yeah.
people might argue that why not? What about Civil War? And I'm like, that's only for like a very beginning portion of the opening. I never seen Civil War. Did I miss anything?
Nah, it was just not really. Just Bucky got framed for killing. Well, the thing is, what happened? This is kind of derailing, but oh well.
Just fucking.
Just to keep it short, for those who haven't seen it and those who just want a quick synopsis, there was an incident that happened in Sokovia where a lot of people ended up dying, and they wanted to pass a ruling so that the Avengers can be like monitored by the government. Iron Man wanted it. Captain America did not want it. And so the two kind of clash sides, and it eventually led to, and then eventually later in the movie, it leads to one of the best damn fights I've ever seen.
All right, but then what does that to do with Bucky, though? I'm wondering.
Bucky, he was accused of killing Black Panther's dad.
I thought it was also, because of the.
And then Helmet, it was all orchestrated by Helmet Zemo, because some of his I think a relative of his died in Sokovia, so he decided to like frame Bucky and then tear the Avengers apart.
Was it also because of the whatchamacallit, the whole thing with Tony's parents too?
Oh yeah, that too. But that's like towards the end.
Yeah, I never really got it, but alright, I got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just see if we can figure out where do you think that this is gonna go for the foreseeable future for the Avengers? Do you think this is gonna be their last hurrah sort of thing?
For the current ones, yes, I think it is going to be their last hurrah.
All right.
And then like the other ones, like Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange.
In terms of the Avengers, I think this might be that. So what you're saying is, so I can get this right, this is the final Avengers movie, but this is not the end of the MCU.
Yeah, this is the final like Avengers movie for this chapter.
For this phase.
Yeah, for this phase. This is the end.
Alright, I can see that. Because, we still have a lot of unexplained loopholes, like, Guardians 2 with Adam Warlock.
Oh yeah. I heard he might be in this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, instead of like being used to kill the Guardians, they use him to help them fight Thanos.
There's a lot of options. Now, what's great to note that the new Avengers movie is but weeks away. It's coming out next month.
Yeah, April 26th. People get your money ready for those tickets. They're gonna go by fast.
Just be mindful who you bring with you. We want to make sure we get at least a decent seating and no screaming children.
My suggestion is like get the tickets the minute anyone said they're available. Get them the minute they come out.
Or if you want to, or here's what I would suggest: if you want to watch it, but you don't want to be in a crowded movie theater, although it's gonna be crowded no matter what, I would probably suggest waiting like a week. Because that's when the hype is gonna hit, and the tickets are gonna be near like a drought of tickets. But then, as the weeks go on, there's going to be an initial burst, but still a stream of people watching it. But as it goes on, less and less people will be watching it. So, just if you want to bring your kids to see it, find a time where it's like in the not so busy hours of the day where there's going to be a lot of people. Like, for example, if say you've got a bunch of kids, go in the middle of the day, where because a lot of people like middle schoolers, high schoolers, college kids, most college, because college is fluid with all that shit. There's gonna be a lot of people in work and school. So if you want to take your kids there, that's the perfect time to do so. Otherwise, go whenever you are most comfortable in doing so. and buckle up because we don't know what we're getting into, and it's gonna be a fun ride. That's for damn sure. But oh man, like how many years has this MCU been growing, man? I remember it started with Iron Man, but how long? When did that come out? Like
I think this is like I forget how many years they said, but I think it's been like they released 18 movies across 10 years.
So you're telling me that so either Iron Man came out in 2008 or 2009.
Wait, hang on, wait. Let me see. Let me fact check this real quick.
Technically speaking, Iron Man 1, the first Iron Man movie, was the first time the Avengers or the first time the MCU started to come into play.
Yeah. 2008 is when the very first Iron Man movie came out.
Because they said 10 years ago. That I feel like that was what I remember hearing that last year. So yeah, 2008 to 2019, we've had 11 years of this stuff, and it does not look like any signs of slowing down, which is insane. So
and it's not stopping, and it's not going to stop. There's movies after this that are coming out.
Yeah, like Homecoming,
Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man: Far From Home. There was one.
What?
There are other movies coming out besides.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow's getting her solo movie. I don't fucking know.
There's gonna be a Hawkeye movie in that case.
Do
you think they're gonna make another Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo this time? Doubt it.
I really don't know.
Because there's been two with two different voice actors, so they said on good old Ruffalo.
Yeah.
But like, anyway, we're going back to other questions that we've made. Okay, do you have any questions that we're hoping to get answered?
No, not really. But there's one. Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so I was gonna say my main thing is because we only got a real tease of it in Ant-Man and the Wasp. What exactly is the quantum realm going to be used for? And one thing though that I saw on dates and shit was it was an Easter egg. It was like a discussion about the Easter egg with Scott Lang at the front door. There was a timestamp on it, and it read like 19 something. But people are thinking, hey, that means he time traveled. But I'm like, I don't think so. I think those are just random numbers or something. But what I'm wondering is, can they actually travel through time, or if the quantum realm is going to be used, what will it be used for? I say to that, who knows? I hope it is at least mentioned in Endgame. And another question I have is what options are there for bringing everyone back? Because there's there's options like getting their hands on the Infinity Gauntlet and unsnapping the world.
Yeah.
Or just restoring it, and then there's a lot of options that I have no idea what those options are, but I don't know. It'll be something. Let's see. Any other ideas that we got?
No, but now this is kind of a stretch. But I heard maybe that there's a lot of fans that the cartoon Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yes.
I keep hearing this from people, and there's a lot of petitions that they want the theme song of the cartoon to play during the final fight with Thanos.
What? Oh, okay, I know that theme.
Yeah, the theme song, like, the world's about to break, that.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah, like they want that to be played, and I gave a quick little artistic thing. Then a discussion on in a Discord chat, a little artistic thing, and I'm like, well, what if like right as the song is about to say Avengers Assemble, why not sync it up to where Captain America yells Avengers, actually says Avengers Assemble, and then keep the song playing while they're fighting Thanos.
Or one thing you can just put as a kind of how the original Iron Man there's a cell phone playing the Iron Man theme song.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, or what they could do is put either on a cell phone ringtone or as in a car, in a radio tune,
Yeah.
Or there's multiple routes they could take. I'm not saying that having that as a final battle music would not would what's what I'm looking for here. I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm just saying just think what other options could there be in case that one does not get put in.
Maybe they could have it as like a end credits.
If they do, either way, if they at least include the song in some way, shape, or form, and not like how the NFL did with SpongeBob.
Yeah, fuck that.
Not want to get into that. I will start a riot. They murdered my boy SpongeBob. My boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, if they at least include the Avengers Assemble song, even if it's like an end credits, beginning credits, midway, final battle, random note.
Yeah, or some badass instrumental orchestral version of it.
Yeah, at least it's just if they at least include it as a nod, because that would be awesome. That would make any real Avengers fanboy just lose their collective minds because of how intense the music. Because I've heard the music, of how upbeat and action packed the song feels. I feel like that'd be a perfect a final fight, but I don't know. I hope Steve Rogers or Captain America. I hope he survives at least long enough to actually see Thanos defeated. If he succumbs to his wounds after that, then I guess it's okay? Question mark. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want my boy to live. I want all the Avengers to live because they're the Avengers. They're supposed to be superheroes and stuff, but I don't know. But I don't know. If it happens, it happens. I just hope they do it justice. They don't just just off screen kill them off or something, because that would just be weak. Off screen kill, you only really do off screen killings if the actor could not make it. But seeing as how how fucking Chris Evans was adamant with this, he likes doing this stuff.
All right. I said all right.
I thought all right. I thought.
Yeah, all right to what you were saying.
But yeah, I don't know. Or what if they? No. You know what? That'd be stupid. What if they pulled a Last Jedi on us?
Instead of
no, you know what I'm referencing.
Instead of
Captain America dying, it's Iron Man or some shit.
Yeah, I also heard that he might die as well.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, then Hawkeye. Just the one person you would expect to live is going to die. No person you expect to die is going to live. What? Even though apparently Mark Hamill's going to be coming back for the next movie, and I'm just how? He's the Force Ghost or something? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We can talk about whatever other series. We can talk about Star Wars all we want in another video, but this is purely for adventure stuff. This is for the Endgame.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing is, the thing that piqued my interest though was I remember because I watched a YouTuber called Variant Comics, and one of his videos he talked about Civil War 2, which was another Civil War that happened how many years after the original Civil War?
Yeah.
With Captain Marvel, Miles Morales, and a bunch of the Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then you got Captain America and all that fun stuff, War Machine, etc. And in that one, Captain America gets assassinated. Well, I'm if they're not gonna kill him off here and they do another Civil War, he's gonna die there. If they follow the comic series. He dies in the comic book, I think someone else. I think War Machine takes over the mantle of Captain America. I think
Wasn't it like Falcon?
someone took. No, it was Falcon actually. I was just like someone takes over the role of Captain America. So it may not be Steve Rogers. It'll be someone else that still have the name of Captain America, keeping the name strong and all that cliche cheesy shit. But oh man, like one thing you gotta realize though with Infinity War, with the whole thing with the snap, is we've seen all the main characters die. We've seen Nick Fury and what's her name die with his assistant. What I'm wondering is how many other people from this series died too. Because I saw a thing where, you watched Homecoming, right?
Yeah.
You remember the character Donald Glover played?
Donald Glover.
Childish Gambino.
Was he the dude who got webbed up to the car?
Yes.
Like by Spider-Man, they interrogated him?
In air quotes, but yes.
Yeah.
He's really bad at it.
Also, fun fact, that's the Prowler.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. Yeah, and by the way, and this is sort of spoiler to the comic, but also kind of the Spider-Verse. So pin that now. But who also just so happens to be the uncle of Miles Morales.
Yeah, well, that's not really a spoiler. That's in the comics. So.
Yeah, but it's a spoiler to the Spider-Verse movie because it's a reference to that.
Yeah, well, it's not really surprising. Like if you know the comics.
Well, I don't know the comics, so that was kind of a shock to me. Anyway, so the thing is, I saw an actual, not like a web comic, like some on Tumblr where someone made it. You see like the aftermath of the snap, and you see Donald Glover's character, just turn to dust, and then you see Miles, like snap into look determined, and then becomes Spider-Man. So it's like, damn. Actually, that would be cool though because I remember in the Ultimate Spider-Man line, albeit this could be heavily different from in the actuality, because Miles Morales became Spider-Man after Peter Parker died by the Goblin.
Yeah, by the Goblin killing him.
Except in this, if they put it into, say, Endgame, because it would make sense, but albeit modified, because instead of the Goblin, it died by the snap. And so then we could get Miles Morales, which could work very, very well, I would admit. And then, actually, no, that it could work, but then again, if everyone comes back to life, that means there's not going to be two Spider people. So, who knows? We don't know where we don't know where we're gonna go. I don't know where they're going with this, but whatever they do, I hope that they make it action packed and have sprinkles of comedy throughout the film, because that's all with the MCU movies. They're comedic, but are also action packed. Like
something DC needs to understand.
And J.J. Abrams, because I will admit, Force Awakens had comedy, the right blend of comedy and action. Last Jedi, though, felt like it was forcing on the comedy a little too hard, especially with that green milk scene. That was nasty. That was some nasty shit. Yeah. But like the thing is, if you can blend it just right, actually no, because DC sort of did it right with Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman was fucking
Aquaman,
amazing.
although they had Pitbull do a thing of a cover of Toto Africa with his own music, and I'm like, how dare you? It's Toto Africa that you're ruining here. It's Toto Africa. God damn it. why am I getting so worked up over goddamn meme music?
I don't know. But I think we are reaching our intended mark.
At this point, I really think we've basically hit every pin we've hit. We talked about the trailer itself, and then we went into however long discussion of what possibilities could actually be in the movie. You know, like what could be ideas that they could implement into it, like the Ultimate Adventures theme song, which I kind of want to see. I really want to see that in there. As like, whether it's like, you know, a nod or have Captain America for once in his goddamn life actually say Avengers Assemble, which I'm still surprised after all these movies he has not said once. I haven't mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like it's a signature catchphrase of Captain America or any Avenger at this point, because some Avengers have in like Ultimate Adventures and Earth's Mightiest Heroes and stuff like that. Other Avengers have said it, but it's usually been Captain America that's frontline said. But I don't know, man. I just hope. I wonder, like, what I'm wondering though is, do you think there's gonna be a Hawkeye movie?
I highly doubt that.
I mean, the thing is, it seems that they're making. Well, here's the thing though: when they made spin-off movies of Black Panther, the Black Panther movie, I felt like that was more of a tie into how that he is not part of the Avengers, but not like because here's, I think if I remember correctly, it was Iron Man, then the shitty Hulk movies, two of them. No, actually, no. No. Wait. Technically, the shitty Incredible Hulk movie came out first. Actually, no. The decent one came out first. Then Iron Man, came with the MCU.
Yeah.
And then it was then I think the shitty Iron Man movie came in. Then Captain America, and then I think Infinity War. No,
it was Thor.
No. Iron Man 2. Then Thor, then Infinity War. No, wait.
Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and then it was Avengers.
Oh, okay. I don't want to. Why do I keep saying Infinity War? I meant the first Avengers. I am feeling English.
Well, I believe we are hitting our mark, but I do want to just go over real quick, over some of the movies that are rumored and some are confirmed to come out after Endgame, sort of to introduce new characters.
The roadmap, right?
Yeah, the roadmap. As of right now, films confirmed for the MCU. We already know Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
Which honestly just looks really good.
Which Spyro, you and me can have a discussion for hours, or at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of shit in that.
Yeah, but but maybe for some other time, maybe for another stream, possibly, maybe this weekend. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know either. We shall see.
I don't know. But I do just want to touch on one thing. Mysterio's faking it. Mysterio's faking the whole thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. I got into an argument about like one of my friends over this. I'm like, well, in his first appearance, he did the exact same shit. He tried to kill Spider-Man.
And the fact that he's also played by Jake Gyllenhaal, which is also impressive. They're getting a lot of star-studded cast for this, which is kind of
cool. And then the next one to come out is Black Widow movie. So
whenever that is.
Yeah, whenever that is. Apparently supposed to be coming out in 2020. Not much to say about that. Should have happened earlier, though.
Oh, yeah. Long overdue.
One that's kind of surprised me, the Eternals are getting a movie.
Huh?
The Eternals.
Eternals? Who are those?
The Eternals, like, they're based on a comic book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are comic books that are now turning into movies.
Yeah, they're introducing new characters to the MCU.
Oh boy. Okay. Who else?
Black Panther 2 is not confirmed, but definitely is happening.
Figured. All right.
Yeah. Basically, from what I'm seeing, from a rumor going around, we might see Namor the Submariner team up with T'Challa this time around.
Namor? Who's
The
that?
the Marvel's Aquaman.
Oh.
Yeah. Then there's another predictable one. We're gonna get Doctor Strange too.
Ah.
And from this one, I hear we might see the villain Nightmare.
Nightmare. That's first I've heard of him. The only character named Nightmare I'm aware of is the one from Soul Calibur. Great game.
Yeah. And then possibly, and then this is another new film that is confirmed to happen. We're gonna get a movie based on the hero Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, I heard about that with an actual Asian lead this for once.
Yeah.
No whitewashing, yay!
Hmm.
So salty.
I think for directing.
Also, we're getting I think James Gunn back for Guardians 3.
Yeah. For directing, we have Destin Daniel Crenton in the director's chair with the scriptwriter Dave Callahan, the guy who wrote the script for Wonder Woman.
Oh shit! Well, we're already in good hands because Wonder Woman was fucking phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
For a DC movie, it took its shit seriously, and did a damn fine job of doing it.
Yeah, if only the other ones could have been as good.
Oh yeah, Justice League. Yeah.
I'm kind of derailing from the topic, but I did like Justice League.
It was
like the complaint of over CGI is fucking stupid.
With the beard.
Yeah, with the beard and shit. And the complaint of the overuse of CGI is fucking stupid. If you want to make that complaint, go watch every other Hollywood movie. They overuse CGI in every Hollywood movie.
AKA best example, the newer trilogy before, not but the episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It felt like it was beaten into the dirt with that with the CG.
Yeah. And just like we discussed a little earlier, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is officially happening. James Gunn is back in the director's chair.
Yeah.
He's back in it. They reinstated him, which also kind of causes a little bit of problems because he's supposed to also be directing Suicide Squad 2.
I mean, if it's James Gunn, I feel like he could probably do something good with it. At least I hope.
And then other rumored ones that are rumored to happen is that we might get a Ghost Rider movie.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna say this: if I'm heard that it's like if we don't get Nick Cage, I'm gonna riot.
Oh my god!
I'm like Nick Cage is like, and like Nick Cage is the only Ghost Rider I'll accept and all that shit. And I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, those movies were shit anyway. We might get an R-rated Blade movie to the MCU.
Ooh, we could use Blade. Blade was a good series. I feel like that. I feel like
they're gonna like reboot him for the MCU.
Oh boy. Reboot is gonna be interesting.
And then there's the talk about the X-Men and the Fantastic Four being introduced in the MCU because Disney had now recently bought Fox, which gives them the rights to all that.
Ooh.
And I guess just one more thing that I want to talk about as a question.
What up?
Who is going to be the next big bad of the next Avengers movie with the newer ones?
Maybe Galactus? Maybe?
I heard a few ideas being thrown around. Maybe Onslaught, Galactus, I forget, we might see maybe a return of the Shatari or Kang the Conqueror. I would like to see Kang the Conqueror, in my opinion. And for those who don't know who Kang the Conqueror is, he's a time-traveling warlord, pretty much. And he's also the reason why Apocalypse exists for the X-Men.
Yeah.
So I guess that wraps us up.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think we basically had everything we wanted to hit on.
Yeah.
That sounded better in my head. I will not lie. I think we basically had every point that we needed to, and
we've hit every point.
Yeah, and I think. Oh God, I meant looking at in some of the chats that we've had, and Zask, Kevin Hart as Miles Morales,
and Will Smith as Blade.
No, Will Smith. I mean, okay, okay. I'll be honest. Going to Will Smith for a second. Quick derailment. I'm actually, believe it or not, kind of looking forward to the new Aladdin movie. It's gonna like. I feel like there can be. It's because the thing is, I feel like Will Smith is not trying to one up Robin Williams. He's trying because he has some big ass shoes to fill. But I honestly think though that he's trying to not alter the name of the genie to be like to make it. What's the word I'm looking for? Not to not be better, but to be on par with Robin Williams' genie.
Yeah.
I feel like because and the thing is that with Will Smith, because he'll probably have a lot more modern jokes, and I swear to God, if he makes a joke about YouTube Rewind, I'm gonna fucking have a field day with that shit.
I'm gonna laugh at that shit.
Anyone would laugh at that, honestly, because
just make a little reference to it, like him going, that's hot.
That's hot. And it's like, you don't have to say anything, he's referencing that. Even because I find it sad, though, like, it could have been so good. Well. Alright, but I think on top than that,
we're done, pretty much.
Yeah, but so if you wanna kind of hang out with us, there's a Discord link in the chat, in the bottom of this screen, in the description. Come back. You can join us through video games, discussions, sign up to be part of the crew, and we're kind of at a slow spot right now, but we're gonna be starting to get more content out there. Hopefully with voice acting included, not just gaming for the hell of it. But all right. Until then, I guess everyone have a good night then.
Yeah. Everyone, leave any other discussions that you want to have in the comments with us, and we'll try to respond to them as much as we can.
All right.
So yeah. See y'all next time.